The city of Detroit has been through a lot in recent years. In 2013, it filed the largest municipal bankruptcy case in U.S. history. In 5 years, the city spent more than $170 million to demolish some 11,000 blighted buildings. But it's here that some urban farmers see unlikely opportunity.
We have well over 75,000 vacant lots. And on these vacant lots, you have tons of wildflowers, or most people see these as weeds. But here at Detroit Hives, we believe weeds is the bee's knees. And we have tons of dandelions, all different types of clovers, wildflowers that aren't being sprayed with insecticides or pesticides, and they're thriving. They're helping the bees and pollinators to thrive in health.
Armed with puns, passion, and only a little knowledge of beekeeping, Tim Polly and Nicole Lindsay started Detroit Hives in 2017 on the city's East End. They bought empty lots for as little as $100 and populated them with boxed beehives for small urban honey farming.
I didn't have a parent or a grandparent who had been beekeeping, so this world is brand new to me.
There's roughly 200 fruit trees in the orchard. We have apples, cherries, peaches, plums, pears.
Farming was also new to Tyson Gersh when he started the now 3-acre Michigan Urban Farming Initiative in 2011. He wanted to address food insecurity.
At the time, the ambition was just to grow vegetables and distribute as many of them as possible to adjacent residents.
Urban farms like the ones in Detroit have sprung up across the country, from rooftop farms to community gardens to nonprofit and for-profit businesses. But right now, it's still hard to measure how much these farms help feed the 40 million plus food insecure people in the U.S. First, experts say there's no national survey of U.S. urban farms. While the U.S. conducts a census of agriculture every 5 years, urban farms aren't included yet. Regional studies on urban farmers show their main mission is usually community food security. On top of that, researchers say most data today looks at production potential of urban farms instead of their exact social, economic, and health impacts. They also don't reach everyone. 2016 USDA numbers show that while food insecurity affects 12.5 residents in metropolitan areas, even more rural residents, 15.5%, live in food insecure households. Urban farms are generally good for the environment, though. Research suggests transporting food from an urban farm to the kitchen table can make modest improvements to carbon footprints, depending on growing seasons, and water use, especially in indoor freight car farms, often found in cities, is much lower than a traditional farm.
So we have a dehumidifier that pulls about 6 or 7 gallons out of the water and recycles it back in. For an acre of lettuce, it takes about 27,000 gallons of water, and we're growing about an acre of lettuce in here.
One of the biggest challenges for city farmers, land costs and startup costs can be high. Detroit Hive started offering tours to keep its business viable. The Michigan Urban Farming Initiative expanded into driving community development.
It's new, it doesn't fit with the traditional thinking around urban planning. You know, you think about the amount of land that we use and the amount of revenue that we generate or could potentially generate through the direct sales of produce, and I mean, like, from a math perspective, like, it doesn't add up. It's a no-brainer. One of the main sort of values that we bring to the city is the residential investment that we've been able to orchestrate. So it's not sort of the immediate resources that we provide to the immediate community, but it's also just kind of the space and the ambiance that attract other people.
In the near future, we might get a clearer picture of urban farming's measurable effects. The 2018 Farm Bill established funding for an urban farm census and a new USDA office to, quote, encourage and promote urban and indoor agricultural practices. Now, it will be up to the USDA to follow through.